Was on remand in Highdown prison for allegedly aggravated burglary. It was an eye-opener. So I realised at that point that being involved with anything to do with criminology is not worth it. I drew him in, yeah, and I stepped out, done a right step, yeah, with a pivot foot, and I stepped back in, crack, and I hit him, and I split his eye from there to there, yeah, and I think he had like 15 stitches, but the video went viral. And then at that point I got talking to BKB, and then BKB sort of said to me, yeah, come on and give it a go. O2 Arena, straight in there, game as a pebble, yeah, I smashed the geezer up. I have got the ability to go right to the top in this game. I've said it before and I'll say it again, mindset, yeah, ability and discipline and desire to be the best, yeah, all them things there, it's a formula. If you've got that mindset, you'll go to the top no matter what. I'm not working hard for nothing, yeah. Listen, anyone that stands in my way, they're getting their head taken clean off. Shout out to my fucking haters and all, yeah. People that don't like me, they're all the people that fucking keep me going, mate, I tell ya.
Welcome back to Karen TV, bringing the most exciting interviews today. Delighted to be at Camberley Boxing Club with Britain's youngest BKB star, Ellis Shepherd. Ellis, thank you very much. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Good. And so I'd like to say a shout out to Charles as well for letting us use the gym. Obviously, Ellis trains down here anyway, so shout out to Charles, thank you very much. So Ellis, obviously been doing great things in the BKB stuff of late, youngest star in the game, but before we talk about what you've got sort of coming up and in the future, I want to go back slightly to how you got into the game and talk a little bit about your background. So how was it you got into the BKB game, and were you previously boxing and as a kid? And
yeah, I was boxing. I boxed since I was 13. So, but I boxed until I was 13 up until I was 16, and then I started getting involved with the wrong things, doing a few naughty bits and pieces. But I got myself back into it when I was like 19, and from there I had a couple of white collar bare knuckle fights, and then here I am now. So I've gone from white collar bare knuckle fighting, yeah, to then going on to the O2 Arena BKB, that platform, stepping up a level there, and then now I've been offered a BKFC contract in which is an American company, and they're coming here to Wembley and they're putting on a show there. So yeah, it's exciting stuff.
Incredible.
It's going off.
so how did you get on in? Did you do the amateur boxing as a kid? Was it?
No, I didn't do any. I boxed in an amateur gym, yeah, and I boxed in there for like 3 or 4 years, and I got carded up and ready to go, and I was sparring top boys, like, you know, not a fella that I was sparring, Harry Cracknell. He was like, I think he was rated like number 2 in the UK at the time, and he got me really good because I was sparring top boys.
Yeah.
So and then at that point I got carded up and that, but then from there at 16 I started getting involved with, do you know what I mean, smoking and drinking and all that sort of stuff. So I went the wrong way.
Yeah.
But then if I carried on doing it, I've always had a natural ability at boxing, and I've had a natural talent at it. I would be a lot further now if I'd have gripped them 3 to 4 years that I missed out from when I was 17, yeah, up until I was 16 up until I was 19. If I'd have gripped that, I'd be a lot further now.
Yeah,
but
of course.
It's never too late to turn your life around.
No, and you're still young. Like I said, lots of people go off the track for 10, 15 years and it's too late to get back.
I was actually medicaled up, carded up, ready to go in the amateurs, training really hard, and the next thing you know, I was just knocking around with the wrong people, and that's how it goes. But yeah.
So how far did that go? Did you get in any trouble with the police or anything like this? You've been jail or anything?
Yeah, I mean, when I've always been in trouble with the police, like doing little bits and pieces when I was younger. But when I was 20, I was on remand in Highdown prison for allegedly aggravated burglary with apparently I'd run into a house with knives and guns with someone else, and allegedly held someone up knife point and demanded money or something off of them. So yeah, but
so that must have been a worrying time in life. Obviously, aggravated burglary is a serious charge. You probably didn't realise how serious it was until you sat there on remand looking at what potential charges are. Was that a big turning point in your life? And that were you sitting in there thinking, when I get out, I'm gonna?
When I went to prison, it was an eye opener.
Yeah.
So I realised at that point that being involved with anything to do with criminology is not worth it. It's not worth the time out of your life, and you don't realise that until you're there. It takes you to be like involved with the wrong people, to go that's one step too far, to be in that position where you can't do any. You're now hitting the consequences of what you've allegedly done. Yeah, it takes that to make you realise, but at that point it's too late.
Yeah.
I was just lucky. Yeah, I was remanded. Yeah, and there was lack of evidence or whatnot. But if I could send a message out to anyone, yeah, the message would be to pursue your dream, right, and always remember it's never too late to change and get yourself out of the bullshit.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know, so
good message.
Yeah, so.
And so you ended up coming out of there, and then what did you end up throwing yourself into training and then work in the straight and narrow life? Yeah,
so I come out of there, and I had mad PTSD for like literally months. Like my head was all over the place. But it took me about a year to fully my head to be back to half decent normal. I mean, I don't even feel like I'm normal now, to be fair.
Yeah.
But
I know that feeling.
You know what I mean? But you just carry on with it, and eventually you start. As I got a bit older, I started maturing more, and yeah, I feel better now, because obviously I'm not involved with no riffraff no more.
Yeah,
so,
good.
So at this point now, I've got nothing to worry about.
Of course.
But at that point, it's like that all the time. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so what I would say is boxing and bare knuckle fights give me an incentive to keep and also my family.
Yep.
My family to do well, because at that point when I was doing all that, I was involved with all that. I didn't have a family. I had a missus, but I didn't have a baby. And having a baby, that makes you realise, do you know what I mean, that you don't, if you do anything, it's so easy to catch a bird. Yeah, so you don't realise that if you go to prison, you're missing out on your family time. Yeah, and it's not worth risking. No. It's not worth risking. So.
No, 100%. And so you've ended up getting into one of the local gyms, and then how did you end up getting into the white collar BKB? Like, where did that come from, and why not normal white collar glove stuff? And talk to me about how that happened.
Well, I'll tell you how it happened, right? So before I went to prison, I had a bare knuckle fight in the Adjutant Court, yeah, and I smashed the geezer up in literally 10 seconds, right? And and then after that I went to prison, and it was like, and then I come out of prison, yeah, and then within 2 weeks of coming out of prison, I had no training, no nothing, didn't do any preparation for this fight that was coming, right? My missus' dad does a fight show called, at the time it was called Against the Ropes, and a geezer that was fighting on the show, someone pulled out of a fight. And this geezer that pulled out, he was 2 stone heavier than me, right? So the weight category was heavier than me in the first place. And my missus' dad come up to me and said, "Go on then, let's jump in, you know, you can have a fight, you know what I mean? You can have a tear up, just jump in, fill the space." So I said, "Yeah, all right, I'll give it a go." So at the time I had a pair of Air Maxes on, I had a pair of trackies on, and I didn't have no gum shield. I jumped straight in there. Didn't have no gum shield, right? And he was 2 stone heavier than me. He'd been training for 6 weeks, 7 weeks, however long. He was well prepared for it, right? I jumped straight in there, and yeah, in the first round, I come in. He started trying to stick it all over me. Tried to put his weight on me, and then by the end of the round, I was blowing a little bit, so I weren't training. And then I had like Ruben Giles in my corner.
Shout out to Ruben, great fella.
Yeah, Ruben Giles, shout out to him. And And he was like, draw him into the corner. He went, draw him into the corner and stick a right hand straight on his chin. Yeah, draw him in, pop, pop. I drew him in, yeah, and I stepped out, done a right step, yeah, with pivot foot, and I stepped back in, crack, and I hit him, and I split his eye from there to there, yeah, and I think he had like 15 stitches on that one shot. And that was it. He went like that. I wobbled him. I've still got the video on my phone to this day. I wobbled him. He went like that on the floor, right? And he went like that, and he put his hand up, and the ref just called it. His eye was gone. But yeah, so from that point, I think that attracted like 1,000 people. But the video went viral. And then at that point, I got talking to BKB. And then BKB sort of said to me, yeah, come on and give it a go. And all right, yeah, I'll go and give it a go. And so I missed the first opportunity I got with BKB because I had a baby. Yep. And then the second opportunity they gave me, I was there. O2 Arena, straight in there, game as a pebble, yeah. And yeah, I smashed the geezer up. Decent fight, but like I say, it's a stepping stone. So I've gone from one platform to the other, and now it's going further. And
so, what you're going to stick on this platform, or you say you're going to the other
BKFC?
One? Yeah,
so I've just been offered a contract.
Yeah, the American one.
Yeah, the American BKFC for a free fight contract. It is. Yeah, big opportunity. They hold their main event in Texas, Dallas, Hard Rock Stadium there.
Yep, big.
And yeah, they're coming to Wembley, and it's going to be a big sellout, mate. It's big.
And when's that?
That's on. So the show's just been moved from the 16th of July to the 20th of August. Yeah. And
is that the show? Is it going to be Americans versus Brits? Is it?
No. It's more of a
just a complete mix.
It's just a mix of people, but every single athlete on the show, they're all top boys. They're not. It ain't like your local go down the, not being rude, but the Agincourt, where everyone stood behind the ring going, come on, you're like bloodhounds, yeah. It's more suited and booted, straight down there, couple drinks and that, and there's some top celebrities and that going to be there. It's top bare knuckle fighting. It's ex-pro boxers, ex-pro MMA fighters having it out in the ring, yeah. Yep. So, yeah.
So do you know who you're going to be fighting yet?
I do, but I'm not allowed to release.
Yeah,
to say.
Let us know when you can. And is it going to be a tough fight? Is it tough fella?
The hardest fight yet.
Is he Brit or is he American?
He's a Brit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
what sort of records have you got?
He's got a record of 30 amateurs, and he's had 2 professional bare knuckle fights. Yeah. I'm not too sure what the record is in that 30, but all I know is that number is experience. Yeah. But that don't mean nothing.
Of course.
Yeah.
And knows. So, fair play to you. You've really gone through from, like say, Agincourt a few years ago to fighting obviously the Wembley Arena. Yeah. Coming up, you've really gone through it. So congratulations. Yeah. And obviously with this opportunity, you're looking to take it a lot more seriously now.
Oh, massively, yeah.
And you've ended up quitting your job.
Quitting my job now.
And you're all involved now in this. This is, you're a professional fighter now.
So I believe that I have got the ability to go right to the top in this game. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Mindset, yeah. Ability and discipline and desire to be the best, yeah. All them things there, it's a formula, right? And that formula creates a deadly, no matter what industry you're doing, no matter what you're doing in life, yeah, whether it's boxing, it's landscaping, fencing, if you've got that mindset in that industry, yeah, you'll go to the top no matter what. Don't matter how long it takes you, just keep focused on that one thing and you'll get there. So I believe in myself, believe in my ability, and yeah, I'm hoping to get there.
Yeah, 100%. It's that mindset is the most important thing that you just spoke about.
Definitely.
There. The mindset will take you all the way there. It's not about the talent, it's not about the ability. The mindset will create everything else. With hard work, everything else follows, doesn't it?
Yeah, well the thing is, it's like the mindset of a fighter is different to a mindset of other industries, yeah? You've got, there's something about you if you can get in the ring in front of thousands of people around the world and have a bare knuckle fight on TV.
100%.
Yeah, that mindset sets you apart from the average person. Yeah.
100%. It's not a normal fella who can jump on who's a fighter, let alone fight on TV.
It's true. Oh, anyone could jump in there, but can you hold it together?
Yeah.
Can you hold it together in your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hold the pressure? Yeah. Because even fighting on a bare knuckle fight you know, like out in the car park or something like that, or outside the club, anything like that. That's not really having any balls. But having balls is doing it in front of all them people and holding it all together, yeah. And you know, having your family there watch you and all these different things, and so yeah. And for me, I take it deadly serious. I take every fight as serious as it goes. I make sure I'm training like I say. I quit my job.
Yeah,
I mean that's it. Don't get much more serious than that. The platform that I'm fighting at now.
Yep.
I'd be silly not to grips it
Yeah,
at my age. Yeah. So.
Of course, and like I say, it's not a sport that you can take light-heartedly, bare knuckle fight, and will take your eye off the ball for a second. Otherwise, you're going to end up hurt, aren't
exactly,
you?
Yeah.
And so talk to me about, obviously, the dream, like I say, with the American platform now, so you hope to have this one, and then you obviously, I'm guessing you want to be fighting out in America then?
Yeah, so that is the dream. So after this fight, I've been offered a 3-fight contract. Within them 3 fights, I will be going out to America, hopefully. Brilliant. Without a doubt, yeah. So, yeah, that is the dream. The dream is making sure that your family's fed and making sure that your kids and you know, my family have got everything that they need. That's the dream. And to be fair, the real richness is happiness, right? So if you've got materialistic things, they're nice, yeah, which does make me happy, of course. But if you're doing something that you love as well, yeah, and you've got the materialistic things, you're laughing, aren't you?
Yeah, you're winning in life.
Of course. So that's the way it is.
And so talk to me about the trainer that you've got, you must have, and the team that you've got that are going to help you to achieve your goals then. Who's your main trainer?
So at the moment, my main trainer, I've got 2 trainers, right? My main one at the moment is Charles Oliver. Yep. And then I've got Steve Dossett as well. Steve Dossett does his bits and pieces, and then I do my bits and pieces. I try and get knowledge from everywhere I can. I don't just... Charles is my main trainer. This gym's on my estate, yeah. And I come down there every single day and he does a bit of pad work with me and that most days. And then I've got my strength conditioning trainer as well, which is Tom. Shout out to TSB Training, good trainer. Yeah, so, but in the spare time that I get, I make the most of that and I go and do my own training elsewhere.
Yep.
So I get as much knowledge pumped into me as possible.
Yep. And so
because since I've actually like quit work and I focused on this, the progression I've made, yeah. I mean, I'm sparring all the pro boys now and there, and like I'm giving them a good hard go, mate. Seriously, if not, I'm better than a lot of them. Yeah, that's not me blowing my own trumpet. It's just genuinely because I'm putting the work in. So, yeah, hard work, you see results.
You sound like you've got a good team behind you then, a few people helping you to achieve your goals.
Yeah, Charles and that, and like I say, so in the spare time, then like Steve and that, he's training me behind the scenes, and then Charles is doing his bit. I've got Patsy, I've got Royston, Barney Smith's dad. He's been doing a bit with me recently in the ring and doing a bit more of him on Friday. And yeah, just taking as much knowledge as I can in, you know, and then once the day of the fights comes, I can put it all into practice.
Yeah, of course, it'll all come together. And what about like the other smaller parts, but they're not small, like diet, nutrition? Are you obviously on top of all that? You live in a healthy lifestyle outside the gym when you get out of here? Yeah,
that is the key. It is the key for a healthy mind, honestly. So when I was younger, I used to come out, I didn't know nothing about foods that we eat. But now I've educated myself a bit about them, and I love eating healthy now. Good. I don't feel right unless I eat healthy, honestly. Unless I've had like a smoothie or I've had my 5 a day, I don't feel right. My vitamin tablets and that in the morning from Holland and Barrett, if I don't eat that, I don't feel right. Yeah, so it's a routine now, it's religious. It's like I wake up and I have to have it. It's like if I don't have it, it's in the back of my head. So.
And obviously no partying or nothing like this, and you're not drinking, smoking, nothing like this, no late nights out all weekend or anything like this?
I do have the odd late night, yeah, but not doing what I shouldn't be. That'd literally just be watching a film with my missus and my family. I used to do all that when I was a bit younger, but it's the sacrifices, isn't it, that you make. I mean, since I've had a baby and that, I've really calmed down. I used to be terrible, honestly, real bad. But yeah, just calmed down now, and since I've calmed down, I can see clearly what I want in life. Like whereas when I was going out and doing all bits and pieces that I shouldn't have been, your brain's baffled all times, and you can't think straight, and you don't really know where you're going. So since I've calmed down and I've started, like I say, eating healthy, my brain cells have come together, they've strengthened up, and now I can see clear as day what I need to do and how I need to do it and what I need to do to get there. So, yeah.
And is there a dream fight? Is there like a certain individual that you'd love to fight, you've got your eyes on, and then...
Yeah, there is a fight.
Who's that then?
I've got to be honest, I don't want to say it. The only reason why is because I don't want to piss my new company off that I'm about to sign to.
What are they? Is he with someone else? Is he?
He's with the same company.
Yeah, that's good then. Surely they'd want that.
Well, I'll tell you then.
You can do it respectfully, can't you?
I'll tell you what. In the most respectful way, I would like to fight Chad Mendes. He's the man. He's the man that I want, and I know I can beat that man. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, he's if everyone knows you know.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, so he fought Conor McGregor.
Yeah, former UFC star, you know.
Yeah, and he's on the same company, so I'd like to give him a go. I think he's my weight. I've heard he's my weight, so yeah.
Well, hopefully you get that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can work hard.
Yeah. This is what I mean. I'm not working hard for nothing. Yeah, listen. Anyone that stands in my way, they are a stepping stone. And listen, anyone that gets in front of me in there, they're getting their head taken clean off. Yeah. But like I say, I'm humble at the right times, but I can be a mouth ache at the right time.
Well, so hopefully you get that. That'd be awesome. And you know this deal you signed with these lot, is it an exclusive deal? Can you fight on other platforms in between or anything like this? So you've got to have the free fights with them, and then hopefully it'll go on to other things. So you can't go to the British ones or.
So after the contract ends, I can basically do what I want, but
hopefully you get a bigger contract.
Obviously, the platform that it's at, it doesn't get much bigger.
No.
So where they are at the moment, BKFC, they are actually where UFC was like literally 8 years ago.
Yeah. And
they are the fastest growing sport on the planet. Bare knuckle fighting is the fastest growing sport on the planet, and they reckon it is going to be as big as boxing, in England. And it already is around the world. I mean, if you look at their social media following, I mean, all the top stars are following, even Conor McGregor, they're all top UFC stars, boxers, and all the celebrities are following that.
Yep.
They've got nearly 1 million followers on there. It's big, mate. It's massive, big platform. That's why I'll be silly not to grip it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I can either be a 9 to 5 working every day bod, which I have been doing before I started to try and pursue this, right? Or I could try and be somebody else that doesn't have to do that. And I said to my dad was like, "Oh, you could earn that money in a month working with me." And I said, "But Dad," I said, "my heart's not in it." He's like, "Come on, I'll pay you 150 a day. I'll pay you 150 a day if you come back and work for me." I said, "My heart's not in it, Dad. I'd rather be grinding away at my body, my joints, doing something I love, than grinding away at my body and doing something I don't really love, really."
Well, fair play. Hopefully you achieve all your dreams then, for you set out
But shout out to my dad, because I fucking love him. Shout out to him.
Of course, family first.
Of course.
And at any point, will you go back to boxing if you got the opportunity or a big fight? Hopefully you become the superstar, the face of
Charles wants me to do pro boxing. Yeah. Because he's seen the light in me. He sees the hunger, the passion, and he wants me to after this maybe go pro boxing. But like I say, my heart's in the bare knuckle. So
well, let's see how these
I can see a vision of myself. So I'm just gonna try and make that work.
Of course.
So.
Well, like I said, best of luck obviously in the future. I'd like to obviously thank you for the opportunity today, Ellis.
That's all right, mate, no worries.
And is there anyone, obviously you've mentioned Charles, you mentioned Steve, mentioned who's your strength and conditioning guy?
Tom.
Is there anyone else you want to give a shout out to, your missus or anything like this?
Yeah, of course, so my missus, of course, she's been there from day one, since when I've literally had nothing up until now. My daughter, my family, my dad, my mum, and any relatives that I've got that have been close to me, anyone that's supported me through my whole journey since I've come from nothing up till now. Because it's not, I'm not saying that I'm anything now, I've still got such a long way to go, but I've come a long way since what I was. So so that's it really. Shout out to my trainers, anyone that's there for me, Charles Oliver, Steve Dossett, Brian Dossett, I don't want to forget that one now. You're going to see this video back. There's going to be someone in my head there. There's always someone in there. But even sparring partners, people that are helping me in the gym, people that I shout out to my fucking haters and all. Yeah, people that don't like me, they're the people that fucking keep me going, mate. I tell you. Yeah, that when I see that, when I talk to you guys and I look in your eyes and I see that jealousy, I fucking hit it harder. I swear to God. So shout out to you guys. So. And that's about it.
And what about your social media? How can people follow your journey? Tell us, Insta, Facebook, Twitter, what we got?
So if you want to see the best content about me, the best place to look to find me on is Instagram. So my name is Ellis Shepherd. Just type my name in Ellis Shepherd on there, and you'll find me. So yeah, I've got 3,600 on there at the moment, and.
Let's get it up.
Let's get it up, man. Let's follow my journey because it is going off. I promise you. The work I put in, it's going to be inevitable. So
guys, the link will be below for his Instagram description. So jump onto that, start following him as well. And like I said, I would like to say thank you very much for the opportunity, and hopefully we can do lots more stuff down the line.
100%.
Coming up to your fight, Wembley stuff. We'll do something for that.
Yeah.
And maybe do some training stuff along the way as well.